I'ma keep going, goddamn it. What it do? Wow.
The truth. Errol Spence Jr.
There's a big left hand.
Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LBBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. If you didn't know, now you know what's going on. It's the morning after show. You got me, KQKC, and my boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on with you, Knockout?
I'm gonna keep going, goddamn it! I'm gonna keep going, goddamn. Yeah, talk that shit, man. What's up, man? How you doing this morning? I'm excited. It was a great, man. This whole week in boxing just have me. I'm excited this morning. I hope everybody's excited to hear about it because I'm excited to talk about it. I got a lot of shit to say, man.
Man, oh man,
It's like a great weekend. I got a lot to say, man.
Yes, sir. This has been a great month. Hell, this has been a great year so far of boxing. No doubt about it. I told you 2023 is going to be, man, on fire. And last night was one of the finest cards I've seen in a long time. So, man, so what you think about the whole boxing community so far this year?
Well, I mean, Thursday night, we got a potential fight of the year. I don't know if anybody else was able to watch it. We're going to talk about it, though. We got that damn fight, Gongora and Bille. That shit was lit. Then you go to Saturday. Last night, the Showtime card was fire. Y'all know I'm a boxing nerd, so I had the ESPN card on at the same time. That card was good. You know what I mean? It was just fun, man. It was fun to be a boxing fan. And then this week we got some great fights, so I'm living the dream right now, man. I can't complain about nothing, man. I can't complain about nothing.
Yes, sir. All right. So, all right, we got 32 and climbing up in here. Let's see who all in the building. All right, yes, sir. We got Teach. And Teach said, y'all leave Sugarfoot Colbert alone. He won. All right. Girl Deloach, what's good with you, baby? All right. Yes, sir. There go Dr. Chi-Town Finest in here, baby. Yes, sir. And we got my man Jose Diaz in the building. We got Victor up in here. What's going on, Victor? Yes, sir. We got Marcus up in here. We got my man Darius Ewan up in here. We got Thrill Hill, from Blueberry Hill, baby. He's up in here. We got Todd Swindle. We got Fed Life. We got Mr. Oh man, you got the Crush the Legend. TWT is up in here. We got D1 is up in here. What's going on, D1? How you feel? We got the lovely lady, my queen, my love, my grace is up in here. I appreciate you. Brian King Falcone is up in here. And we got my man, Ronnie Bravo. What's going on, Mr. Bravo? What's going on, Knockdown 305? Wow. And we got my man, BD, Boss Dog is up in here. And we got my man Teach. What's going on, Teach? Yes, sir. I see you. Yes, sir. The fans corner is up in here. And we got my man, the Big A Emblem is up in here. What's going on, PGH Big Dog? And we got my man, the music and the vocals of Young World is up in here. What's going on, YGB22, baby? What's going on with you? Salute to you. All right. And we got the lovely TWT Queen. Yes, sir. We talking about Quee is up in the building. All right. And Jelly Bean 4280 is up in here, baby. Yes, sir. We got Mr. Aggressive up talking about from the east side, baby. Yes, sir. The east side. Wow. Yes, sir. And who else we got up in here? All right. Let me see. Let me go on down some more. All right. Yes, sir. We got, once again, we got Crystal Plummer in the super chat, baby. Yes, sir. He said, good morning, OG. Well, good morning to you, Crystal Plummer. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in. All right, we got C Money. We talking about Brooklyn's in the house. Oh, yeah. Brooklyn's in the house. Oh, yeah. All right. And who else we got up in here? All right. Let's see. We got my man Rick. Yes, sir. Rick from the south side of Houston. They call him Little Rick. They call him Little Rick, baby. They see him coming down the street. All right. Yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? We got Menace. A G is up in here. He said IOG and KO86. What's going on? All right. Salute to you. All right. And that is about it. We got 54 and climbing. And make sure everybody hit that like button and share this video. Share this live stream. All right, let's get this popping.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. You got that super chat real quick from Chris the Plumber. Did you get
I
it?
just got it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, bet. Look, man, let's get straight to it. We got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about the Thursday night fight first. Before we get to the Showtime card, I want to talk about a couple of fights before we get to it. I got to talk about that in Bille and Gongora fight, man. That fight was a big fight at 168. Two top contenders trying to work their way up the top 10, and Bille showed a lot of dog and showed a lot of heart and got the job done, man. What you got on that fight that was going down on ESPN Plus on Thursday night, man?
Well, like I say, if you're not a boxing nerd like KO, if you're not a boxing fan, you don't know what you missed. Because we talking about the number two Gongora versus Bille, who is ranked number 10 or 11, I'm not for sure. All right. Now, he came in blazing. He came in throwing big power punches. But there go Gongora. He took it like a champ. But next thing you know, he hurt Bille. Yes, sir. He was using his uppercuts. I'm thinking uppercuts all night long. That's what he was doing. But of course, yes, Bille, he didn't give up. He still kept coming forward. The crowd kept pushing him. The crowd had him right there, and he had the other 50%. And he was going right at Gongora. But Gongora, yes, sir. But he took it like a champ. Like I said, he was getting hit with big power shots, and he was looking like, oh well, no big deal. And then there go Bille again. He got hurt real bad, right, sir? But Bille still kept his composure. And then he came back. You talk about a comeback story, and that's what Bille did. He came back and throwing power punches. He came back and got hit with everything but the kitchen sink by Gongora. But Gongora still kept that shoulder in front and used that little short left uppercut as he was going, and he hurt Bille Bille with that one. But Bille didn't give up. That crowd kept pushing him, and he came back, and he hurt Gongora right there with a right hand on the equilibrium, baby. Yes, sir. He cracked that head open. Yes, sir. That's what he did. He cracked it with a 1. He cracked it with a 2. But that's one thing about it. I think that was the fight of the year so far because they both didn't give up. They both was going at it. They both let their hands go. So, man, that was a fight that you can't never forget. Because Bille, like I said, he is ranked number 10 versus one that's ranked number 2. So, therefore, Gongora, yes, his coach before the fight said, hey, man, listen, this is his backyard. This is his house. And, man, we got to knock him out. But, hey, it was the vice versa, baby, because Bille put on the show. Yes, sir, he put on the show. And that's what I say. The crowd will push you. The crowd will give you a momentum. And that's what he had, momentum. So, that's what, hey, it was a good fight, man. So. There you go.
Yeah, man. And Bille is turning into one of the premier pressure fighters at 168 pounds. I was talking to you about it because you called me after the fight. He looked like he might have that Timothy Bradley to him, where he's one of these dudes that got all these muscles, but he got a good gas tank too. I was surprised because he got hurt early in the fight, and when he would get hurt, you could see like his legs would wobble, his knees would buckle because Gongora kept catching him with that same uppercut in like the second round. And bro, he would just recover so quick. And the thing I like to see, the thing I like about him, Bille, so far, man, is that when he got hurt and he got rocked, he don't do all that holding and shit. When you heard him, he like, nah, I'm just gonna bite down and we're gonna get it popping. It's gonna be me or it's gonna be you. It's gonna be me or it's gonna be you, and we're gonna get it going. And so I thought it was a very exciting fight, and Bille definitely out hustled and outworked Gongora. And Gongora had a chin on him, and he was I'm talking about like, and Bille was loading up on shit, like just throwing everything he could so hard you could hear the punches. But Gongora just kept taking them, and he kept looking for that left uppercut. Then he caught Bille again late in the fight, like in the 8th round. And Bille, I'm talking about, he caught him with like damn near 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the round, and like almost had him out. And then Bille bit down and almost came back and won the round and made it an even round, bro. He just kept coming. He's relentless. He got to show up that defense though, because man, if he keep moving up, he gonna run into somebody with some pop that's gonna know how to finish his ass if they get him hurt. So, but I tell you what, he ain't never gonna be in a boring fight. if you see Bille on the card, you know there's gonna be a really, really good fight. So I'm excited to see his next fight. He's 24-0 now. And so hopefully he gets to keep moving forward and gets an opportunity at a top name fighting over there at ESPN Plus. The other thing, the only thing the other thing I would say is that Gongora got a chin on him. He got a beard on him. So somebody gonna be calling him again. Like now, if I'm PBC and I'm looking at all these top 168 pounders I got, if you can't get like Morrell to get in there with Benavidez and you can't make that fight or you can't make the Andrade fight, like if Morrell is looking for an opponent, I wouldn't mind seeing David Morrell get in there with Carlos Gongora to test him and see what he really got. I think that'll be a damn good fight. So he gonna get some calls because he put on a great performance. 2-time Olympian out of Ecuador. I enjoyed watching that fight Thursday night. That one, right when I got off live, because we had the debate Thursday night. I had the fight on my phone too, and so as soon as I got off and the fight was starting, I had to sit down and watch it, man, while I was eating dinner. And it was definitely a great way to wind down on Thursday night. Well, shit, not wind down because I was amped after the goddamn fight. I couldn't sit down. The shit was so exciting. So shout out to them. Great card Thursday night. If you got if you got ESPN Plus and you missed it, you can go back and watch it. So yeah, that's all I got on it, man. You got anything else?
Yeah, I just was amazed, like you said, about Billy gas tank, because he's heavy. You can tell he hits the weights a little bit, but he came out and next thing you know, I think he threw like 100 punches the first round. He did not let Gongora breathe. And Gongora, of course, he's a southpaw. He was trying to give him that shoulder, but Billy was still on him. He still started jumping on him. Now, most guys slow down once the rounds keep going and going. He must slow down, and then they start being flat-footed. But not Billy. No, he kept it coming. And like you said, he wasn't clinch. He wasn't going for the clinching action. So he just hopped, especially when he was hurt. He just hopped out of that off the ropes and brought it right back to the center of the ring. And he said, come on, let's go. All right. And he still was up on his toes. So, man, look, shout out to him. That was a great fight. And that's all I have on it.
Yeah, man, it was a hell of a fight, man. And then before we get to the Showtime card, let's do the main event on ESPN, since we were both able to watch it, man. The Jose Ramirez and Richard Commey fight real quick. That one wasn't, man. I'm talking, every fight was highly entertaining and had a lot of watch value, man. Jose Ramirez bounced back and got the victory over Richard Commey, got the late stoppage. What you got on that fight, man, between Jose Ramirez and Richard Commey, man?
Well, Richard Commey, I will have to be honest, he surprised me last night. Richard Commey surprised me. I look at Richard Commey as that gatekeeper. He still might be that gatekeeper. But last night, he wanted to show everybody, listen, before I get through with this boxing, I'm going to let you know I can fight. And that's what he did. He fought Jose Ramirez. And he fought and he banged with him. No lateral movement. No, pretty much running this way and moving this way. He stood there and fought. They stood there and fought like men. Now, it wasn't enough to finish off Ramirez, but he was in there. He was close. All right, the fight was close. But then Ramirez started pulling away. Ramirez started using the strength. He started jockeying for position. And there go Commey again. Commey went down. But Commey always get up. Yes, sir. And he got up again. And then he got up again. So Richard Commey is a tough hombre. Yes, sir. But he just don't have that enough to be that A-lister. He's just about pretty much a B-lister, and he's there, will give you a fight. He will entertain you. And yes, he will fight and bang with you. But one thing about it, the fight was exciting. Everybody was up on the end of their seats and watching, see what happened next. Because one thing about Richard Commey, he might be down, but he will come back. Then he go back down. And then he come back and go right back down. So, like I say, it was a good fight. I mean, it was an entertaining fight. And while I was calling the Showtime fight, I was looking over at the ESPN. But they didn't know it, but I was keeping up with it.
You watching both of them?
Yes, I was.
You almost accidentally called the Ramirez fight. You were looking down and shit. You almost said, what was going on with it. But man, I mean, look, I agree with everything you said. One thing I do got to point out, because y'all know we we like to give y'all some when they try to throw some bullshit in the game and try to trick the casual fans or whatever. When they was doing the Ramirez and Commey card, when I went back and watched it, they were like, yeah, this is a WBC title eliminator to see who gets to fight Regis Prograis. I'm like, who y'all fooling? They already ordered Ramirez to fight Regis Prograis, and he ducked him. He already ducked Regis Prograis. Now y'all fighting to see who get to fight Regis. Like, bro, stop playing with me. Like, I remember this shit, man. I know what happened. So they was trying to cover up the fact that Jose Ramirez ducked Regis Prograis, and instead of fighting for a world title, he fought for the right to fight for Regis Prograis when he could have just fought him in the first place on some Ryan Garcia interim shit, man.
Right,
like,
he wanted more money. Yep.
Yeah, man. Like, don't try to fool me. But as far as the fight itself, I thought the fight was very entertaining. Jose Ramirez, he could not miss with his money punch, which is that left hook. He was hitting it down low, he was hitting it up top, and Commey fought back valiantly. He just ain't got no legs no more, man. He 36 years old, going on 37. He ain't stable no more. He was just too easy to push back to the ropes, too easy to just get him off balance. And he fought with a lot of heart, and he was trying to throw with Ramirez. He's just weak up there at 140, bro. He just like he's a lightweight, and he can't make lightweight no more because he old. And so his biggest thing at lightweight was that he had power. He never really been a boxer with boxing skills like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he always had power and had pop. But now at 140, these dudes bigger, they stronger. He ain't got that same crack at 140. So you're getting old, your legs is going away from you, and you don't have your biggest weapon, which is your power at this weight class. It might be time for him to consider doing something else, man. It really might be time for him to do something else because he ain't gonna do nothing at 140. Like now, like he's at the point now that they feeding him to guys like Ramirez coming back off of a pretty long layoff. Commey got to decide if he want to just keep getting in there with dudes that he ain't really got a chance to beat unless he catch him with a lucky shot. Because that's the type of dudes they're gonna put him in there with at 140. Like he gonna start getting calls from like Gary Antoine Russell. It's gonna be a bunch of up and coming contenders that's looking to put a former champion on their resume just to say they beat a former champion.
There you go.
So yeah, he might well leave that shit alone because the calls that he gonna get are gonna be calls that he don't want, bro. They're gonna be like, yeah, Richardson Hitchens need a tune up. He gonna be in there with dudes like that. Hey, Gary Antoine Russell, we need to keep him busy, man, before he get his title shot. You want to fight? You want to fight Gary Antoine Russell? It's just gonna be bad matchup after bad matchup after bad matchup. Ain't nobody calling him to be the A side no more, man. Ain't nobody calling him for no 50-50 fights no more. He getting called and put in situations that are going to be very precarious and could potentially be very bad for his health. So I'd like to see Richard Commey go ahead and hang them gloves up. But if he want to fight, that's his future. Just so him and his fans, all the people are gonna that root for him. Just so y'all know, Richard Commey's future from now on is going to be fighting dudes that he probably got no shot to beat unless he hit him with a lucky shot. So it is what it is, man. I thought Jose Ramirez had a good bounce back fight, landed his left hook, his aggression was back, but he was in there with a damn near 40-year-old person that ain't got no legs no more. So I want to see what he look like. I want to see what he look like when he get back in there with the upper echelon because he still got caught with a lot of shots. Jose Ramirez still got caught with a lot of shots. Commey landed some shit on him. Commey just couldn't really do shit, man. He couldn't really do shit when he was landing, but he was landing shit, fighting hard. And it did take Ramirez 11 rounds to get rid of him. So Jose Ramirez, maybe it was ring rust and not being in the ring as long, but I want to see him because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't impressed. Like I give him like a B, you know what I'm saying, C for the grade of how he performed, but he did what he was supposed to do. So you don't get no extra kudos for that. But shout out to him. You know, he moving on. And hopefully this time he'll actually fight Regis, man. Hopefully we can actually get him in the ring for Regis this time. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about? But that's all I got on it, man.
Yes, sir. Like you said, real quick before we move on. Yeah, Richard Commey, he would be that guy that used to be a champion, and people that's contenders, they are gonna pretty much say, hey, they're gonna raise their hand like, oh man, that give them confidence. Oh, I beat Richard Commey because he still have a name, but he's a name without a belt or without the fanfare. He's a name without being an A-lister. He's a name just like Chris Algieri. He's a name, but he just not that fighter. So a young fighter coming up that would make them, man, get great confidence by fighting a Richard Commey. Now, of course, Richard Commey have the potential of upsetting a undefeated contender. He has the potential of maybe wrecking some shit once he get in there. So, I mean, we're gonna have to see how it go, but he had the potential to doing that. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all hit the like button for the OG one time, man. Let's stop down and hit the like button one time. If you can't
yes, sir.
donate to the channel, at least hit the man's like button, man, for this boxing talk this morning. We got like 100 people in here. I'm looking at like 60 likes, man. Y'all gotta hit that like
Yes,
button,
sir. Hit
bro.
the like button, baby. Yes, sir. Hit that like
The
button. Show
like
some
button.
love.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
The Showtime card, man. The one everybody talking about, man. The big one. Great 4 fights, man. Great 4 fights, man. Let's talk about Cody Crowley and Abel Ramos. We're gonna go straight up the card, man, from bottom to top. Cody Crowley and Abel Ramos, they started off the night with throwing over 1,800 punches, I think they said, non-stop. Cody Crowley just kept coming forward. Abel Ramos trying to fight him off. If there was ever a phone booth fight on the card, that was a straight phone booth fight, man. What you got on Cody Crowley and Abel Ramos, man? What you think of that fight?
Man, first of all, Abel Ramos, he's a good fighter, but he square up too much for me. What I'm saying is he stands straight up tall, and then he tries to go down to the body while he's standing straight up. He don't have a posture. He don't have a stance that you're getting down and ready to punch and ready to crack. But he doesn't do that. He stands straight up and try to reach under the body, and that is perfect for a southpaw. A southpaw will use that jab or feint with that jab and come over with the left, and that's what Crowley was doing. And Crowley came over with the left. Then he shook it up a little bit. He went down to the left and right liver. Then he went downstairs to the stern. They came back up with an uppercut. And Crowley was showing his hand speed. He was showing that hand speed. And he was right on Ramos. He put Ramos on his back foot. Now, he's not very good on the back foot. And he was trying to move and get out the way and get some punches thrown. But then they got into the phone booth. I mean, Superman got out of that phone booth. Why? Because Crowley and Ramos was going at it. They was going at it. I'm talking about tip for tap. I'm talking about to the body. But Crowley came back out on top. Because Crowley had the hand speed. He had the foot speed. And down go Ramos still standing square up and got hit with a punch that he seen coming. But Ramos, he got power. As we know right now, no doubt about it, he has power. Now, he hit Crowley with a nice straight right, overhand right. And he cracked him right on the forehead. Now, Crowley almost went down, but he didn't go down. Then he came back up. Now, they did call that a knockdown, but it wasn't a knockdown because his glove did not touch the canvas. Now, he did go down a little bit, but it wasn't really a knockdown. All right, so you got to touch the canvas with your glove, But I mean, a lot of fights we've seen that. Okay, we've seen that a lot. Okay, we seen that last night a couple times. All right, so but anyway, but Ramos do have power. And he does have a straight right. Now, only thing about Ramos is his guard. He kept leaving his hands down. He should be holding his hands up, but he had him holding them down. So, but still in that, Crowley, he fought a good fight, good lateral movement, and good feint and good combinations. I can't say he did anything wrong, but did Ramos piece him up? Yes, he did. Ramos was getting the left hand in and he was getting the straight right, but it just wasn't enough because see, Ramos was punching KO one at a time. That's not gonna get it done. Crowley was using 3-4 piece combinations, and it looked good, and the judges saw that it looked good. So it was a good fight, no doubt about it. It was a damn good fight. So, I mean, it kicked off the card like it should do. So, but that's all I have on it. All right.
Yeah, man. Crowley, listen, I like the fight because a lot of times all you hear people really consider when they analyze boxing is like somebody's speed or their power or their explosiveness. And Crowley got none of that. Crowley got none of that. He ain't fast. He ain't explosive. He don't really hit that hard, but he's relentless. He got a lot of heart. He makes sure that he's in shape. He's in phenomenal shape, and he got good timing, and he got good technique, and he knows how to fight on the inside. He knows how to frame your guard and get his shit off on you and stab you down to the body and just make you fight at a pace that's uncomfortable to you. So I love seeing that, because if you just want to talk about the attributes that you think the top fighters have, I don't really think he got a lot of them. He don't hit hard like that. He ain't really, his hands ain't fast like that. His feet ain't fast. He's not explosive. He ain't got these damn explosive ass counter punches and shit. But what he do got is he gonna come forward at your ass. He gonna make you fight his fight in the phone booth, and he is going to work behind his jab. And he gonna place his shots. And lucky for Abel Ramos, Cody Crowley ain't got no power. Because if he had power, he probably would have stopped Abel Ramos. But Abel Ramos, he did a good job of just trying to fight him back. And when he could get the fight to a distance, he had some good. He did some good things. He had some advantages there. He just couldn't get his back off the ropes the whole fight. Like Cody Crowley made it so hard for him to get his back off the ropes and get any room to do anything. It was just it was just Abel Ramos getting outworked, man. It was him getting outworked, and you know, shout out to him for trying to put on a valiant effort, because a lot of dudes would have crumbled, man. Like if Cody Crowley was in there with somebody with not as much experience, who ain't really been in the fights that Abel Ramos been in, they probably would have crumbled. I can't wait to see Cody Crowley take the next step, and I want to see him take it. Boots need an opponent. Shit, like what's up? Like Boots need an opponent, and I would love to see that fight if Boots can't get Keith Thurman in the ring and he ain't fighting Earl next or whatever. Like that's a good fight for Boots. I would love to see how that young guy deal with that type of pressure, man. I would love to see how you deal with somebody that's gonna be that relentless. And for Cody Crowley, can you take a shot? If somebody step back and hit you with some mean shit like that, will you be able to take it? So I thought he put on a great performance. I think he's on to the next. He's like up. He got to be like number 2. Matter of fact, I can look. He like number 1, number 2 in the IBF, right up under Boots right now. Let me see real quick. He right there though.
Yeah, I think number 2.
Yeah, man. So that's the type of fight that I want to see for him next, so he can potentially work his way up to a title shot, man. So because he did some good things, and he gonna be relentless. And if he force you to fight his fight, then you could be in for a long night. Yeah, he right there. He number 3 in the no, where he go? Oh, he number 9 in the IBF. He number 2 in the WBO and number 3 in the WBC. Yeah, so hopefully he get a shot, man. Hopefully he get a shot, because I like how he working and stuff. And this is just me. I like his story about, you know, why he want to fight and what happened to his father taking his own life and stuff. So Cody Crowley is a dude that's easy to root for, man. He easy to root for, and I like the way he fights. So shout out to him for opening up the card, getting us started, and making sure that he let the other people on the card know, because they all watching each other fights waiting to come out. He let them know, y'all better bring it. I'm gonna steal the show. So I like how he started the card, man. And shout out to him for him to shout out to him for putting on a good performance, man. That's all I got on it though.
Yes, sir. You know, just one more thing I want to add, that I like Crowley inside game. I like how he put that head in the chest. I like how he is jockeying for position to work the body. Now, a lot of guys and a lot of people in the chat, you might not know this, boxing fans, but it's an art to that. It's an art to jockeying for position, trying to get that arm out the way, move your arm out the way legally. All right, not illegally, but legally moving out the way, so you can work with that free hand, where you can go downstairs to the body, where you can go downstairs to the stern. You know, that's what I like about him. He keep the head in the chest. He might not look and see what he's doing, but he can feel what he's doing. And he was feeling his way, and he was going and sucking them body shots in, and he was sucking them in there real tight. And I like the inside game. The inside game and the outside game combined together, it makes him a great fighter. Only one thing is missing. He's not a big puncher, and that he's gonna have to work on. And with that, man, that's all I have. Yes, sir.
All right, man. We gotta talk about the black eye of the event, the scar of the event, the black sheep of the event. One where I'm like, what the hell the judge is looking at of the event, man. We gotta talk about Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert
Ooh,
versus Jose Valenzuela. Chris Colbert got the nod, got the W. You know what I mean? Got a gift, in my opinion. Got a gift, and it ain't Christmas. It might have been his birthday last night, though. Shit, I don't know. But I know he got the W, and I don't know how. Maybe you can explain it to me. Chris Colbert, Jose Valenzuela, the second fight of the card, man. What you got on that card, on that fight?
Prime time, baby. Prime time. He said he back. Well, of course, Chris Colbert came out, and yes, he was working his jab. And yes, he was going downstairs. Now, he wasn't touching him, but barely. He was barely touching him. But he was trying to show the hand speed, but he kept missing. Now, Venezuela, he pretty much came out, and he came out blazing. He came out going downstairs. Then he came back with that left hand. Now, he thought he was going to throw a straight left. Of course, like anyone else do in the first round. All right. They just pretty much take it easy and see what they bringing. But Rayo came over the top with a big left hand. And of course, he caught Colbert. Now, Colbert, of course, he want to show his hand speed. He want to walk Rayo down. He want to walking him back. And then, of course, he's trying to swing with a big left hand. And, of course, Rayo, he ducked under that hand and came back with a left hand and caught him and knocked him down on his seat of his pants. But, of course, Colbert got back up. Colbert said, that wasn't nothing. Here I come. And that here come Colbert again. What's up, B&B Boxing News? What's up, Boxing? I see you. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Now, what's up, Sports Haven't I see you? All right. Now, Warrior Boxing, too. Now, of course, Colbert. Colbert, a great fighter, he was trying to get a lot of lateral movement. And now, of course, Rayo. Now, Rayo was throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece combinations. He's going up, downstairs. He was going to the left, right, liver, and uppercut. He was doing left, right, then straight left, right down the pipe. He was going from the chest. He was going to the head and to the stern. He was throwing combinations in each and every round. Yes, he did get hit by some shots by Colbert. But as far as enough to win, I don't think so. Yes, it was close to me. And Steve Farhood had it close. He had it by 1 point. All right? So, yes, it was a close fight. Now, keep in mind, everybody, and I was trying to tell you that last night, all right? Keep an eye on the body shots. The body shots. And Chris Colbert was landing a lot of body shots and liver shots. Now, a lot of people didn't see that because they were looking at the eye-catching shots. Now, who had the eye-catching shots? Jose Venezuela, because the head was popping back of Colbert. Every time Colbert got hit with a 2-piece combination or a 3-piece, his head would pop back, and everybody could see it in the stadium. And those are eye-catching shots. But what about the quiet shots? What about the shots that you all don't see? That's what really the judges see. And they scored them shots. And that's how it came to be a close fight. Now, Rayo thinking he's winning. As you know, in the later rounds, KO, Rayo was feeling pretty good. He was pretty much kicking his feet up and pretty much trying to do a little move from the left and the right. And then here he comes with the big left hand. But Rayo did take a nice shot from Colbert. Now, Colbert was showing that hand speed. Colbert did come straight forward. Then Colbert started getting on that jab. He was working a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece jab. I'm talking about within 1.5 seconds. That's how fast he was throwing them jabs. So, but that count. 2 out of 3 or 4 jabs he threw, he landed. And that counts. Remember, that counts also. And then the power shots. The power shots, Chris Colbert didn't throw any power shots in my book. Now, Rayo was going down low. All right. Now, a lot of people count them punches, but the judges don't count them. When you straight low like that, below that belt line, that means no points. That's why referee always say, hey, we're going to keep it right here at the belt line. All right. That's why it was a close fight. But right now, I still think Chris Colbert did not do enough. He still did not do enough to win that fight. That's my assessment on this fight. But one thing about it is he did and he was in the fight, but not enough for him to win. So he got a gift, baby. Yes, sir. It was Christmas last night. It just was the Chinese Christmas. That's all.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's all I got. That's all I
I
got
mean,
on.
look, bro. I heard people saying they think Colbert won, and or that it was a close fight. I think it was a robbery. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I watched Chris Colbert almost get knocked out in the first round, the 6th round, and almost get knocked out at the end of the 10th round. So I mean, shit, like he didn't look like he was winning the fight. Every time Jose Valenzuela hit him, he hurt him. Jose Valenzuela was working the body way better than him. So I thought Jose Valenzuela actually won the fight, and I thought it was a pretty clear victory, in my opinion. But
The knockout. Did you see? A lot of them punches? It was caught on the gloves when Kobe was in the corner and Ryo was teasing.
yeah, but I know when he cracked him, he hurt him, and he put him down too. So I almost
Right.
knocked you out in 3 separate rounds, and then I put you down in the first round. I mean, shit, I don't know what else you got to do to win the fight. Like if it was an amateur, I could see if they were scoring amateur system, and Chris Colbert just pity patting them jabs and shit. You know what I mean? Then yeah, okay, good. You know, shout out to you. You win the fight because you pity patting jabs and you more aggressive. But and
Okay.
you more active. But I just thought Ryo landed the cleaner shots, man. I thought that his aggression was better, his body work was better. And anytime I see a 10-round fight and I see you almost get knocked out in 3 separate rounds, bro. Matter of fact, it was 4 rounds. It was the first round, the 6th round, the 8th round. Then he almost knocked him out at the end of the 10th round too.
Wow.
But what I will say about Colbert though, he did a better job. Like last time I seen him get hurt in that situation, with just to go to breaking down the fight and not my opinion of the outcome. What I will say is this: when he got hurt in the first round, I thought it was gonna be all bad. I thought that shit was over with. When I saw Ryo hurt him and put him down in the first, I'm like, this motherfucker, he Hector Luis Garcia all over again, but worse. But he got it together, man. He went into his high guard and he fought back. And that's what he should have did in the last fight. So it looked like he learned from his shit. Whereas although I thought Ryo won the fight, it looked like he still had a little bit of demons going on with what happened to him in his fight against William De Los Santos. I thought he showed Colbert a little too much respect. I thought he showed him a little bit too much respect, and I felt like maybe he should have been willing to maybe take a little bit more, to give a little bit more, especially when he knew he could hurt him. He should have just started trying to walk to him instead of trying to, because he had moments where he would, I'm gonna try to show my footwork. I'm gonna try to show that I got head movement too and I can box too. Nah, bro. You should have kept that. You should have kept that shit going. You should have stayed aggressive on his ass. But you could tell he wanted to make sure that he didn't take no clean shots. And he showed Chris Colbert a little too much respect. When he found out he was much stronger than him, he should have used that to his advantage. And so as a result, you know what I mean, he probably did leave a little meat on the bone, as we like to say, on a debate series and shit like that. But overall, man, when I criticize Chris Colbert, I make it well known. I am going to give him the credit of saying he fought back and he didn't run away and he didn't shy away like I saw him doing the Hector Luis Garcia fight. So he got a little bit more respect back. As far as Jose Valenzuela, he got to find a way to get that grit back that he had back when, like, yeah, bro, you might be taking some shots, but when you realize you're the stronger person, like if Jose Valenzuela would have fought Chris Colbert before he got knocked out by William De Los Santos, I have no doubt in my mind that Valenzuela would have stopped him. But he still was exercising them demons from De Los Santos and showing too much respect and too worried about what happened to him in his last fight. As far as after the fight, Jose Valenzuela and the fans and everybody that was watching in your chat, everybody felt like he got robbed. This is something that I think they should run it back. But we'll see what happens. As far as the overall takeaway from the fight, Chris Colbert way too small for 135 pounds. He need to find a way to make 130. And I agree wholeheartedly with Earl Spence tweeted out right after the fight. Earl Spence said he lucky he wasn't fighting Frank Martin, because he felt like if he was fighting Frank Martin, that shit would have been ugly and nasty. And I tend to agree with him. I think Frank Martin would have probably bullied his ass and did something bad to him. So he's on to the next. I hope if he does stay at 135, I think that Jose Valenzuela deserves a rematch, man. I think that fight was way too many arguments that you can make that Jose Valenzuela won that fight. And Chris Colbert said he's willing to run it back, but now I see not me saying now he gets no rematch. I think Chris Colbert had some time to think about it. He like, nah, I don't want to go through that shit again, because Ryo make a few adjustments, he might stop your ass. So I hope he'll fight him again though, man. That man deserves a rematch after that type of performance. But we'll see. We'll see, man. You know, it is what it is. But I just, you know me, man. Like if we go by how they supposed to judge, they supposed to judge by clean, effective punches. Shit, Rayo shit was way more effective. His shit was way more effective the whole time, bro. But they scoring. It seemed like OG they were scoring Chris Colbert jab the same way they were scoring the Rayo power shot. Like his jab was getting just as much credit as a power shot, so he would pity pat, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 jabs. But Rayo would catch a mean body shot to the stomach, and then Chris Cole would just run all the way back to the ropes trying to catch his breath and shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like the wrong guy won, but we'll see. We'll see. Man.
Well, you know, one thing about Chris Colbert, I don't think he's gonna give Rayo a rematch. I just don't think so.
They're saying he said he wasn't in the post fight. I didn't watch the post fight. They're saying he said he wasn't gonna do it. In the ring right after the fight. He said he'd give him a rematch, but then the post fight press conference, they're saying that he said no rematch. So
see, he wants to go back down to 130. He wants to revenge his fight against Hector Garcia. That's what he wants to do. Now, is he gonna do that? I don't know. Can he make 130? Maybe so. He's fighting at 135. And he's still kind of small for 135 as far as weight. But he's still, as far as stature, he is. Now, I believe his whole career, he has been put up on a pedestal that he don't deserve to be on. He's not in the same category as a Frank Martin or a Devin Haney or a Tank Davis. I don't think we can't keep him in that conversation. He's not in that conversation. He's on the outside looking in. That's how he is. Yeah, I think he's too stiff. I don't think he's limber. I don't think he's athletic enough. I think he's throwing shots too straight. He don't have a flow with his jab. You know, he just like this, like that, you know, and that's not going to work, especially with these heavy hitters right now at 135 on up. So
yeah, he caught a Rayo that was mentally still dealing with getting knocked out in his last fight his damn self, and he struggled tremendously with him. If he stayed at 135, bro, I can think of like maybe 10 to 12 people that he ain't got no shot against, bro. Like we are like if he stay at 135, you know he can't fuck with Tank. He ain't beating Devin. He ain't beating Shakur. He ain't beating Loma. And then we start getting to like people like Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason, guys like that, bro. Like he ain't that's 6 right out the. He ain't beating Frank Martin. All right. I got questions about him beating Michelle Rivera. Like I don't see Colbert really doing shit at 135 pounds. His best shot is to get a nutritionist, find a way to maybe cut his hair off instead of dyeing it and get back down to 130. Like that's his best bet, because the longer he stay at 135 with his name and him being popular, they gonna put him in there with the wrong one, and the wrong one gonna beat his ass, man. He gonna be shit. Jermaine Ortiz is another one that will get him. Yeah, like it's so many guys that I think will beat Chris Colbert at 135, man. I don't think like Chris Colbert getting there with Williams Zepeda, bro. What, man? Williams Zepeda beat the shit out of Chris Colbert, bad, bro. Like, man, hell no. He need to. Isak Pitbull Cruz, shit. All right. All right, good luck. That's all I can tell you, bro. Good luck, man.
It's not very many light touches for Chris Colbert.
Yeah, it's not, bro. It's not.
Right. Exactly. And everybody hit that like button. Man, we got 53 people in here. And all we got is 104 likes. Come on.
Yeah, T say Chris Colbert need to do the Conor Ben diet. He need to eat a bunch of eggs and shit if he gonna stay at 135. he need to get on them female pregnancy drugs. He gonna stay his ass at 135. OG, god damn, man. All right, bro. Co-main event, man. I told y'all a long time ago Jesus Ramos was that guy, man. I told y'all Jesus Ramos is a savage out there, bro.
110?
Bro.
Come on, y'all.
What's the Jesus Ramos Joey Spence fight? Yeah, they gotta get the likes up. Get the likes up, baby. Come on, man. Get the likes up for the work. But the co-main event, OG, goddamn Jesus Ramos and Joey Spencer, 2 prospects, man. getting it on. And I love the new trend. We got Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera. We got these two prospects getting it popping. Like, I like these young prospects fighting each other to find out who really is on that level, man. And Jesus Ramos proved that he just on a different level than goddamn Joey Spencer. And I told y'all that man nasty. He a savage out there, bro. Go ahead and talk to us about old Jesus Ramos and what he did to Joey Spencer, man.
Man, oh man. What's up, Right Hook? Listen, Joey Spencer, as I said last night, he been spoiled. He been cuddled. He been walked along. And like I say, that's not good for a fighter to keep him at that level or fighting guys that's below his level. You're going to have to step him up slowly but surely. Because when he running someone like Ramos, then he doesn't have no type of idea or punch resistance. Now, of course, Joey was trying to show everybody that, hey, I belong here. I'm going to get in here and throw my load. Now, of course, his load wasn't hurt Ramos, but Ramos is a tall fighter. And then he gets down low. He almost looks like he's doing a crip walk. All right? It's like he's doing a crip walk when you get down low. And then he get down low and he worked that left hand. He works that left hand and measure with that right hand. And now he start piecing Joey Spencer up. Why? Because Spencer didn't have no answers. All he did was lean against the ropes, and Spencer was holding his left hand and dropping it. He should be wearing a high guard, but he didn't wear that high guard. So Ramos was taking advantage of it. He had a 2-inch reach advantage, and he was using all 2 inches, and he was popping that head back like a trampoline. And that's what Ramos was doing. Now, Ramos, of course, he still was taking the punches from Spencer. Now, Spencer was jumping in, trying to make the punches sit down, but that wasn't working. Ramos is a savage in there because he came back with a 1, 2, 3 piece, 4 piece combination. And then here comes Spencer. He trying to come back with 1, 2. But, of course, here comes Ramos with a counter punch. I'm talking about counter to the counter to the counter. That's how it went. And that went like that all night. But Ramos now, he starts sitting down on his punches. And then there goes Spencer. And Spencer's face started pretty much getting beat up. His face started looking like that pizza I ordered the other night. All right? You know, I mean, so what Ramos gonna have to, Spence gonna have to do, he might just have to go back down because I think he's too small for that weight class. Because Ramos is not the only one. Ramos is not the only one that's gonna do him like that. Now he might have to start fighting guys that at his equal or above. Now they put him in there with lower competition too long. You know, they should have been stepped this young man up. And what makes it so bad? Like Brian Custer said, these are babies. These are babies that still wet behind the ears with milk. Now they haven't really faced the music yet in the sport of boxing. All right, but Ramos is on his way. Ramos is on his way. Now Spencer. Now of course they should have pretty much stepped him up long time ago. But he's kept fighting the same guys, and everybody kept cheering him on and kept giving him that confidence. And now when he get in there with someone, then he get beat up. So what I have to say is maybe Spencer might have to step back down because I think he's not at that level yet. But they're going to have to make him at that level. But they're going to have to take it slow. They're going to have to be steady and for sure. And what they did was just like Oscar did Canelo. All right, Canelo wasn't fighting anyone really when he first started, you know. So that's how Spencer is. They pretty much got the hype job on him, and I hate to use the word hype job, but you know that's what it was, a hype job.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. You know, now I'm glad that the corner stopped the fight. Because he was getting pieced up, he was getting beat up. Now, I will give him credit. You know, he didn't quit like Colbert did with
at all. Yeah, he kept fighting.
Yes, sir. He was a dog in there. So I'm gonna have to give him credit for that. Because he was punching back. Now, of course, he wasn't hurt Ramos. But at least he fought back. At least he did not go down and just say forget it and quit on the ropes or just gave up. He went out on his shield. like he's supposed to do. That's what boxing's all about. It's the hurt business. And yes, he was getting hurt. And that face was starting to get beat up. And the corner said, Ralph, let's cut it. All right. And that was the right time to do it. Because you never know what can happen in that ring. So therefore, Spencer and his coach is gonna have to go back to the drawing board. That's what I see.
Ramos is a damn savage, and I told y'all back when we first started this channel, he's somebody to watch at 154 pounds. I'm telling y'all now, bro. You can have your Xander Zayas, like yo Elvis Gomez down there at 154. Bro, Jesus Ramos is special, bro. He's special. Number one, the moment was way too big for Joey Spencer. Joey Spencer is a outboxer, counterpuncher, back foot fighter that relies on his speed and his timing and his counterpunch ability and try to go into the shoulder roll to counter your shit. The moment was so big for him. He went out there like he was a pressure fighter trying to push Jesus Ramos back. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the hell you doing. You need to stop this shit because you about to get it. This is not how you want to fight him. And sure enough, he was trying to do all that extra aggressive shit. And Ramos just pushed him off a little bit, got a little bit of space in that first round, and bop, right there with the left hand. I like, God damn, he can't take this man power. And for the rest of the fight, Joey Spencer, a whole little way of fighting, bro. Where you get this high guard to high guard shit from, man? Like when did Joey Spencer start going high guard to high guard with people and trying to bang it out with them, bro? When did he start doing this shit, bro? Like I don't know where this shit came from. But Jesus Ramos just walked to him. His timing is nasty. He got long ass arms, but he know how not to smother his shit, bro. And he the combination punching. His hands faster than what you think. He was getting combinations off on Joey Spencer like it wasn't nothing. Then he was dipping with angles and shit. Like, oh, that boy nasty. That boy nasty. Then the catch and shoot game was fire, bro. I was like, God damn, that boy nasty. Let me tell y'all the most special shit that none of y'all caught. And this is why, bro, bro, just listen to me. And I don't even know if OG caught this. I want everybody, bro. If the highlights come out or when they drop the full fight, remember this, bro. Play this shit back. Go to the end of the third round, bro. Go to the end of the third round. It was like 15 seconds left in the third round. And this is what got me calling him special. It ain't that he put ass whooping on Joey Spencer. It's not because of what he did to beat him down and make his dad throw in the corner. Bro, this is what makes him special, dog. They in the clinch. It's like 15 seconds left in the third round, bro. He see the ref coming over to break him up out the clinch. He tapped Joey Spencer on his shoulder with his glove to make Joey Spencer think that it's the ref tapping him, bro. He tapped him on the shoulder with his glove, give him a little shoulder, and then fire off a left hand before the ref could get there. Joey Spencer took a break because he thought it was the ref. Ramos dropped back and then caught him. I said, "Oh yeah, this boy." I said, "This boy nasty, man." This boy out here now. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all better listen. I told y'all about Jesse Pinkman. Bro, I gotta go back to that. Years old doing that shit, bro. Y'all do not understand how just to do that little trick like that, to be in that moment, that's your biggest fight. It's a pay-per-view moment, and you just doing little shit like you so comfortable. You doing little shit like that. Like, nah, bro. Nah, no, he a problem. I'm telling y'all right now, and he only 22. Shit, man. He ready right. Listen, he is ready right now. Okay, he ready, bro. Why? I got Ramos. Ramos will dog walk Fundora, bro. Wow. He will do him bad. He too accurate. And he too strong, and all that extra shit Fundora think he doing, man. Jesus Ramos is going to do him dirty, bro. He will do him dirty. I'm telling y'all right now, man. Buy you some stock right now, man. Get you some stock. You know what I'm saying? Sell your Tim Zoo stock. You know what I'm saying? Sell all your Fundora stock. Sell that stock and invest in you some damn Jesus Ramos stock. Castano, no. Castano too little, bro. Warriors boxing. Castano is too damn little, bro. He too small. He too little. He ain't got nothing for Jesus, man. Matter of fact, his name, I heard 503. I was listening to him on the War Report. Like, from now on, his name Jesus, man. I'm not calling him Jesus no more. That's Jesus. That's Jesus. That is Jesus Ramos, man. It's Jesus Ramos, man. That's his new name. But man, I was highly impressed by that young man, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. He just got it, OG. Like, he got that high guard is very active. He can pull. I seen him doing some shoulder roll. He versatile on defense. And the power, he hit hard without trying to hit hard. That's the main thing. He don't even, it don't seem like he trying to do it. He just busting you up. He just busting you up. Nah, bro, don't do that. We ain't doing that to Julian J. Rock Williams, bro. I got two. We ain't doing that to him. We don't want to see J. Rock get done like that. You know, Jesus Ramos already knocked out the dude that beat J. Rock Williams, bro. Jesus Ramos got him out of there in 5 rounds already, bro. I don't want to see J. Rock get done like that, man. I don't want to see him get done like that. But that's all I got on it, man. I was highly impressed by that young man, bro. And he is a problem at 154 pounds, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Real talk.
And you know what? Someone said that also last night about Fondura and Ramos. But see, one thing about Ramos, he started using his angles a little bit last night. I saw, and he's not going to stand in front of Fondura like Lubin did. No, he's not going to do that. That's the only way Fondura's way to get to work and get that motor running with the uppercuts. Now, Fondura, once he get in the center of that ring, I don't think he can handle Ramos, because Ramos going to get down low because he's a tall guy. He spread his legs wide so he can have some balance, so he can go back and rock back in, rock back out, and rock back in. Then he get down low and get down small and come up tall. That's what he do. All right. And then he let go that left hand. Then he let go that right hook. And then there you go. All right. There you go. And like KO said, he is heavy-handed. He will hit you without hurting you. All right. Not meaning to. Or in other words, he would
just doing his shit, just working. Right. I'm just working, and I hurt you. Like, I keep seeing OG. I want people to understand the only thing that Fondura does better than Jesus Ramos is that he throws more punches. Literally everything else that you can think of in boxing, Jesus Ramos does it better, bro. The only thing that Fondura does is he throws more punches. That's all he can do better than him. His feet, nowhere near close. His defense, not even close. The angles and shit, not even close. His accuracy with his shots and the ability to place his shots, not close. The only thing Fondura does, bro, is he punches more. I'm telling y'all right now. Bro. That's the fight they need to be pushing next. He need a contender, bro. He ready. I'm telling y'all right now, he ready, bro. He doing everybody. He doing these dudes he fighting wrong, because if they keep putting them in there with dudes like Joey Spencer, he gonna start messing people's career up, bro. Wow. He gonna start messing people's career. He that good, bro. I'm telling y'all, like, I ain't gotta listen. It's cool. Y'all keep your Fonduras, and then I'll just have everybody doing push-ups, and I'll be winning money because y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all, all right, it is what it is. But it was a great performance. He took that next step to me, and he got real star potential. He got real star potential because of how he fight, man. The way that he fight, OG, it not only do it break you down, it's also hard to win rounds on him, because he find a way to always be coming forward. You can't push him back, and he always laying clean, crisp shots, and the punch placement is nasty, bro. It's nasty. Like, and then the other thing he did, bro, he was feeling so good, he just put his head right here on old buddy's chest. And hey, he put his head right here on his chest, no high guard or nothing, and then just start hitting his ass and just landing the shot. I was like, bro, you need to stop. You need to calm down, man. You out here wilding, man. But he did a good job, bro. I'm very excited to see that man fight moving forward, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So,
yes, most definitely.
You got anything else on that?
No. Basically, you said it all, and I mean, this is what we're looking for. And now, like I say, 154 starting to heat up now. I'm talking about we'll see Spence up there next year sometime, and then you got Jamel up there. I mean, 154 heating up, baby. Yes, it is. So, all right. Okay. So that's all I have.
All right, man. All right, bro. Y'all know what time it is, man. The main event of the evening. I told y'all Caleb Plant was gonna fold on y'all, man. I told y'all you can't trust a man with no gas tank, man.
Man.
Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, man. Benavidez proved to be the monster that everybody said he was, man. What you got on David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, man?
Man,
What you see in
oh
that fight?
man. Woo, man, oh man. Yes, sir. You read that thumbnail right. Yes, sir. Benavidez showed the Mexican monster really why they call him the Mexican monster, baby. Yes, sir. He showed that. Now, let's not get it twisted. Caleb Plant came out. He came out and showing that he can box. He's showing that he has hand speed. And yes, David Benavidez, he was trying to box himself. Okay, David Benavidez was doing something that he normally don't do. It seemed like he just learned how to pretty much go down to the body, work his jab. He was throwing an overhand right too far away. Everything was too far away. Now, the ring IQ of David Benavidez. Now, it's not there yet. All right, it's not there yet because he's not measuring the distance like he should. All right, but one thing about it. David Benavidez is starting to close the gap as the rounds was going on. And Calvin Plant was using that lateral movement. And then once Benavidez get close to him and punching distance, he'll jump out and clinch. He'll jump out and hold. And he will hold and hold till the referee steps in and break it up. And then once he break it up again, then there go David trying to get off a right punch, but it still wasn't not enough. So, of course, here come Benavidez again. All right, here come Benavidez again, still trying to walk Plant down. There go Plant. That's why he asked for that big ring, so he could use that lateral movement. He going from the left, he going from the right. Then he fire with a 1, 2, 3 piece. Then he get right back out. Then once David get close, he grab him. He grabbed him once again. Then, of course, once again, David, he coming marching right down. He is marching one step at a time. I'm talking about he is pushing Plant back. Plant fought on the back foot all the way from round 1. Then we get into the later rounds. Oh, baby, the gas is running on E on Plant. So he's standing flat-footed now. He don't want to take no chances. So he's standing flat-footed right now. But he made a mistake. He made a big mistake, and that's standing in front of the Mexican monster. You do not stand there and try to bang with David Benavidez, and he tried to bang with him. But David said, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this clinching, all right? I'm going to refuse this clinch, all right? I'm going to push him off with one hand and just crack him with the other one, and that's what Benavidez did, and he was good at that too. He was just hitting that left ear, left equilibrium. And that's what Plant was doing. Just getting hit with it, hit with it, hit with it, hit with it. Now, I will give Plant this credit. He took the best shot David gave him last night and did not go down. Now, he might have been bloody. He might look like he been in a fight with a hooker, all right? But he stood there, all right? He stood there, baby, man. He stood there, and he was trying to bang. But then, you know, when you don't throw punches, that means that you hurt. When you don't throw punches, that means that, okay, I run out of gas. I can't throw anything, so I'm going to try to hold. But, of course, David refused to clinch. Now, David knowing how to refuse to clinch. He pushing off with one hand and banging and cracking with the right hand. So David starts sitting down on his punches. I mean, he is making them count. Every punch, he was chopping down that tree. He was chopping down that tree. So he just bought his time. Now, he started off slow, but he finished up fast. All right, if you watch this fight, you'll see how David pretty much was trying to, take his time and trying to go down to the body, trying to go upstairs, but it didn't happen. So he just cracked with the right hand as time was going on. Then we get into the championship rounds, baby. Wow. And that's when David really let loose. Somebody let that dog off that chain. And here come David. And David had that dog in him. He had that attitude in him. And he came straight at Plant. And Plant that had no answers. Why? Because he was flat-footed. That's right. He didn't get knocked on his bike. He didn't go down that bunny trail, baby. He stood right there. And there go Plant. And here come Plant working his left and he working his right. And there go the right hand, baby, refusing to clinch. All of the above. And then he finished and closed the show at the 12th round with a big left hand and another right hand. And there go the Bille. So right there, I can say David Benavidez is a serious puncher. David Benavidez know how to buy his time, and he can take a punch. He can take a punch. And yes, I said one early in the round, David gonna have to find a way. He gonna have to find a way to score a punch. But like someone said in the chat, and I said, it only takes one mistake. All it takes is one mistake that Plant have to make. And that one mistake was that gas tank. That gas tank. He ran out of gas and he had no fill up. And that's what happened. And then that was the time he made his move. And then once he made his move, that's all it was. He closed the show. He closed the show, baby. Yes, sir. That's what I got. That's what I got knocked out.
Man, I'm gonna start by saying how horrible Kenny Bayless was last night as the ref, bro. He was absolutely atrocious, bro. Now I know Caleb Plant was just trying to do what he got to do to survive. You know what I mean? Like I understand that, but how much do you let somebody just excessively clinch? There's clinching and there's excessive clinching. Your job is to keep the action going as the ref. And bro, he was pissing me off because he kept warning David Benavidez. Because David Benavidez was just trying to work in the clinch. Like if you're gonna let Caleb clinch like that, you need to let David work in the clinch. So that Kenny Bayless, he was horrible last night. Like straight up, he kept Caleb Plant from getting knocked out. Like I see a lot of people, and I heard a lot of people last night because I was watching a lot of the post fights and shit, man. I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, David Benavidez didn't get the knockout though." Shit, you better thank Kenny Bayless for that. You better thank Kenny Bayless for that shit, man. He kept Caleb Plant from getting his ass knocked out last night, bro. To be honest with y'all, I don't know what y'all watching, but that's what I saw.
I just want to say that. I'm sorry I'm interrupted. Only thing about Plant, now I was always taught when I took the referee test and everything, when you stick that jab out there, you have to move that jab. This is not football. You can't stiff arm. Now Plant was out there doing this. Doing this. You got to move it. You got to move it or you will get called for a point. Kenny Bayless didn't even do that. Yeah. He let him put that arm fist in his face all night long without jabbing it. So, all right, that's all I want to say.
No, man. And so and I see my brother Jay Grant Jr. I'm gonna take this opportunity to take a little shot. He said clinching is part of the game. Of course, I expect to hear that from a Devin Haney fan. I expect you to say clinching is part of the game because you root for Devin Haney.
Of course,
yeah, of course, you like clinching. You know what I mean? You a Devin Haney fan. I'm sorry, I don't like clinching. I prefer punches, Jay Grant. I prefer punches in my boxing match, not clinches. You know what I mean? That's just me. To each his own, though. If you prefer clinches, that's on you. I like boxing in my boxing matches. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, bro. As far as David Benavidez and Caleb Plant goes, man, I thought Kenny Bayless first. I start there. I thought he did a horrible job. You know what I mean? I thought he did a horrible job in the fight. He should have let them boys fight. Now, Caleb Plant was very good. I told y'all, bro, he was very good at the beginning of the fight, bro. At the beginning of the fight, he was very good. He was athletic. He had his reflexes. The jab was working. He was faster than David Benavidez. David Benavidez could not cut the ring off on Caleb Plant. But as the fight went on and we got to round 6 and round 7, slowly but surely, that boy Caleb Plant begun to clinch. That work rate went down. He stopped moving. And here come David Benavidez, slowly but surely, getting to him and just starting to bust him up. He almost stopped him in the 8th round. And that shit was that, and he lucky that the bell came. But then David Benavidez did the smart stuff. He started going to the body. And when he was going to the body with them hooks, bro, that shit was just draining Plant. Draining him to the point to where like the 10th and 11th and 12th round, Plant wasn't even trying to fight no more. And this is where I say Kenny Bayless did a horrible job. Caleb Plant literally was just jumping, bro. He was taking like 5 steps forwards just to try to hold David Benavidez. And David Benavidez just working with hooks and shit, doing everything he can to get him off in there, bro. If they had a ref that would let them work, or they would have started deducting points from Caleb Plant, that shit would have went totally different than what happened. But the last 3 rounds, bro, I gotta say Caleb Plant showed that he got some heart, bro. He didn't want to go down. And I heard his trainer, OG. I heard Breadman say, I know how good this is to you. I know how much this mean to you. I want to let you finish this fight, but you got to show me something. That's how you know you getting better. Like his trainer told him after the 10th round, the 11th round, and the 12th round, you got to show me something. And all Caleb could muster up the energy to show was that he gonna try to grab David Benavidez and he trying to clinch. He trying to hug him. He ain't trying to fight him. He trying to hug him. And what I saw last night, David Benavidez beat the respect into Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant got beat down so bad that he had no choice but to respect David Benavidez. That's why, like, it's easy if you David Benavidez. It's real easy to squash beefs in situations like that. Like I seen some people mad that they hugged after the fight and that it ain't beef no more, whatever that shit is. But Caleb, but David Benavidez, when you look at Caleb Plant face and you see that you did that to him, you ain't mad no more. You beat that shit into him like he all bloody and bruised up. He holding on to you, you know what I'm saying? He don't want no smoke no more. So you good. You done beat the beef out of him. And if you Caleb Plant, you can't still act, you can't act tough. Like you don't get to still be mad after what Dave Benavidez did to you. You can't talk no shit looking like that, man, and getting beat on like that. So they dropped the beef, man. The shit's over with, man. They handled that shit. And you heard Caleb Plant. He was like, yeah, we handled it like men, you know what I'm saying, in the ring. That's what we supposed to do. We handle it like men in the ring. Yeah, your whole tune done changed. The only question I got, I wonder, is he gonna take DavidBenavidez.com down now? Like I think after you do some shit like that and somebody beat your ass, you should have to take that shit down. They should make a law. He should have to change the name of his website if he want to still sell his merch. He should have to do that. That should be a rule, man. But that's all I got on that fight, man. I thought it was highly entertaining. I thought both fighters went in there and did their thing. But David Benavidez, Caleb Plant's weaknesses, which is they played too much into the strengths of David Benavidez. You cannot fight David Benavidez with gas tank issues, man. You can't fight him with gas tank issues. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win, or you're gonna barely hold on to win if you can bag enough rounds. But it's gonna get very, very tricky for you late in the fight if you're fighting him with gas tank issues. And that's what happened to Caleb Plant, man. He just didn't have no more gas in the tank, bro. He ran out of gas, bro.
Man,
ran out of gas. That's it.
Wow. Yeah. You know, Plant always been having that problem. You know, every fighter has some type of vice. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Every fighter has some type of vice. You know, and one thing about it is that you got Keith Thurman. He got body problems. Well, Kevin Plant, he got stamina problems. Now you can't fix that. You know, you can try to fix it, but you got to try to find a way. When you start going into that problem, then next thing you know, hey, you going into a beatdown. So you know he had to find out and figure out a way. But only thing he could do was hold. But David Benavidez, now this is the problem. All right, he tried to box. Now his feet is slow. And of course, David Morrell feet is not slow. David Morrell is a southpaw. And of course, now how would David Benavidez? I see everybody in the chat say Morrell and Benavidez. But I think that will go wrong. I think it really will go wrong right now. All right. Hold on 1 second.
No, go ahead. Yeah, and I agree, bro. I think Morrell versus David Benavidez, that's a great fight to make. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even mad at that scorecard, Dante. I thought I gave Plant like five of the first 6 rounds, and then I think David Benavidez just took over the back half of the fight. But it was a 7-5 beating though. You know what I mean? Like it one of them, like it might have been close on the scorecard, but it wasn't really close type shit. Like the rounds that Caleb Plant won was like more boxing rounds, and you know I'm outthink you and outbox you. The rounds that Caleb Plant won, I mean the rounds that David Benavidez won was more I'm beating your ass down. Like they're way wider. You know what I mean? Like it was right. It was way wider. So I ain't mad at 7-5. I thought Caleb Plant did a great job controlling the first half of the fight. I told y'all he would. He's very good until his gas tank go away, bro. Because he rely on Caleb Plant issue is he rely on that athleticism. He rely on being quick. He rely on the head movement and moving around the ring. Well, all that shit go away when you get tired. Then it's your fundamentals. Do you have a good guard? Can you keep your punching fundamentals when you getting you know what I'm talking about when you tired or whatever? Do you have good hand positioning? And he don't have none of that. He fights with his hands down. He fights depending upon his head movement and depending upon how fast he is. And he still fight with his hands down when he get tired. But when you get tired and your hands down, you can't move no more. And as you can see, his head movement disappeared in the second half of the fight, bro.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It disappeared, and he was just right there with his hands down, just a punching bag, bro. He was a punching bag in the second half of the fight. So, go ahead. What was you saying about Benavidez and David Morrell?
Well, David Morrell, he is very athletic to be his height. He's a southpaw. Now, David's going to have to find a way to deal with someone like that if he fights. Because remember, David Benavidez said if he doesn't get a Charlo, if he doesn't get a Canelo, he's going to 175. But David Morrell said, hold up, baby, hold up. I'm right here. I'm right here. We can do it. We can do this. Right? Now, of course, David Benavidez is a bigger guy. He should be fighting at 175. And I think that's going to be the next move if he doesn't attack Morrell. And I think that fight will happen, David Morrell. Now, but David Morrell, man, he is a different type of beast. He's a different type of beast. He got fast feet and fast hands to be that weight class. Now, David Benavidez had that strength. He got that power. Now, how is he going to deal with it? We don't know. But one thing about it was David Benavidez showed that, okay, I am ready for Canelo. But Canelo, I don't think it's going to take that fight. I don't even think he's going to take Demetrius Bille fight. That's what I believe. But David Benavidez, I think that was a good win for him. I think that was a good win for him coming back from the mud all the way to the top. We know the issues that he had. We know the issues he had with the weight. We know the issues that he had with not making weight. We know the issues that he had with the recreational drugs. But he had to fight his way all the way up to the top, and he proved to everybody last night, I am back. He's only 26 years old. He still got time. He still got time to plant that flag. All right. So that's all I have on that.
Yeah, I think Morrell, if he's gonna stay at 168, I'd love to see the Morrell fight. I heard people talking about Demetrius Andrade versus Demetrius Andrade too little, bro. He too little, and he got the same issue Caleb Plant got, bro. He out his depth fighting Dave. Y'all talking about Dave Benavidez fighting blowed up 154 pounders. Don't do that to Demetrius Andrade, bro. Demetrius Andrade getting there with Dave Benavidez, bro. It's not gonna end well for him. So I want David Morrell because I think it's a competitive fight, or like you said, he need to move up to 175, man, because it's really, you know what I mean, unless Charlo gonna move up to 168 and fight him, those are the names, really, you know what I mean, that we could see that would be some good names for him. But let me ask you this, because I ain't get a chance to hear you talk about it, so I'm sure you did though. I wanted to ask you, since we got a few minutes left, what you think of people of this Tank Davis Mike Tyson situation? You know, Mike Tyson said there's no comparison, you know, other than us getting in trouble, and then Tank Davis feel like, you know, hey, I'm more skilled than Mike was. What do you think of the criticism Tank is receiving for that, man? I didn't get to hear you cook on it. What you think of that, man?
Well, I think it's a bunch of BS because Tank is right. Tank is right. Now, I was then the Mike Tyson days, for those that wasn't really watching him, but I watched every fight that Mike Tyson was in. And Gervonta Davis is right. Mike Tyson, yes, he might throw a couple jabs, but his main object is to hit you. His main object is to go forward. You will never see Mike Tyson take a step back. Gervonta Davis will. Now, he will. Why? Because he will set a trap, or his hand was injured. So he know how to fight on the back foot and the front foot. Mike Tyson doesn't. Now, yes, boxing was different then, but now it's a difference in being a trainer and a teacher, and a trainer and slash teacher. Now, Gervonta Davis has been taught how to fight. He has been taught how to throw a jab. He's been taught how to be a boxer. Also, he has a trainer. He has a trainer to say, hey, this is what you do in a position like this. Mike Tyson just comes straight forward. He give you that head movement and hit you. That's what he does. But Gervonta Davis uses brain. He uses ring IQ, something that Mike Tyson don't have. Yes, he gave us exciting fights. Yes, he did. All right, but if he had a ring IQ, trust me, Mike Tyson would be better than what he was. Mike Tyson would not got knocked out in Japan, all right, or Tokyo, all right, by Buster Douglas if he had a ring IQ. But see, that's one thing about it. A complete fighter means just what it is, a complete fighter. That means that a fighter has to have not only punching power, you got to have ring IQ too. You got to know how to throw a jab also. You got to know how to throw a right hook, a left hook. Sometimes you got a lot of guys that switch in there. So Mike Tyson, no, he's wrong for that. All right. Now, one thing I will say is Gervonta Davis right for that. He is a smart boxer. He is a smart boxer. He knows how to set traps, and he knows how to pretty much hold his gas tank until the end of the fight. He knows how to when to move or when to make his move, and he allow you to open up, and so he can open up. That's all ring IQ to me, baby. That's all ring IQ. All right. So with that, that's all I have on him. Gervonta Davis is right. He has more skills. Like you said, that's right. We are not the same, as he said, quote and unquote. Yes, sir. I don't just run in and bang and next you know trying to knock you out. No, I don't put that pressure like that. I let you open up. He's a boxer and a puncher. Mike
Yeah.
Tyson is just a straight puncher. So that's how I
Yeah,
got. That's how I look at it.
my thing is this, bro. Like I ain't even if like that's a debate that I'd be willing to have. Like, oh, I think Tank is more skilled. Oh, I think Mike Tyson is more skilled. But to watch people criticize Tank Davis for simply believing in himself, that's really what my point of it was. Because we'll never know who's more skilled because they'll never fight each other. They ain't the same size or whatever. You can only go by what you like as a fight style. But I'm literally watching Tank Davis get killed because he said he believed that he more skilled than Mike Tyson. I don't understand that. I thought we love when fighters believe in themselves, bro. Like anybody else, it's like with a lot of people, if anybody else do it, you know what I mean? They happy with it, but Tank can do no right because I'm watching them also criticize him for the rehydration clause. So you criticize him for the rehydration clause because you don't like that you think that he don't believe in himself. But then when he say he think he more skilled than Mike Tyson, you criticize him for that too. So in one hand, he's showing you supreme confidence because he think he's better than some people consider to be an all-time great fighter. And then in the next hand, you criticize him for the rehydration clause because you don't think he's showing that he believes in himself. People that are doing that to me, you just don't like Tank. That's all it is. As far as him being more skilled, I agree with you though. I think that he's the better counterpuncher. I think that he's more versatile. I think his defense is better, and I think that he thinks in the ring better than Mike did. I think Mike was all gas, no brakes. He just coming at you trying to run you over and trying to land power shots. Whereas Tank, he'll think his way through a fight. He'll make an adjustment. He'll walk you into some shots. But if he feel like he can walk you down, he'll walk you down too. You know what I mean? Like it is it is what it is, bro. I just sometimes when I hear the criticisms that people have of fighters, it be funny to me, man. I be looking at it and just wondering, like, damn, bro, like you really don't like this dude if you criticize that, because I watch another dude do the same thing and you like it. I watch somebody else do the same exact thing and you ain't got no issues with it. But when this fighter over here do it, you got mad issues. You upset about it. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, man, 5 minutes left in the show. Floyd and Tank, they were both at the fight last night and they bumped into each other and they was dapping up and it was cool, and they got people talking like, hey man, I thought he kicked you out the gym, Tank, but now y'all dabbing up and y'all cool and shit. Like what's going on with that, man? Are they playing us, bro?
Man,
Did he really kick Tank out the gym, or is this just some promotional shit that they doing to make the fight with Ryan Garcia bigger, man? What's up with this shit, man?
you know what? I think he really did. Floyd is Floyd. Floyd has an ego. Floyd was the best to do it inside the ring and the worst to do it outside the ring. And but Gervonta Davis came up through Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather Promotions is still part of this this fight. They still have something to do with this fight. But I think when issues come, like when Floyd and Floyd Sr., he kicked his own dad out the gym. So that's Floyd. No, this is mine. I want my toy back. All right. I want to play. You're not playing with my toy. All right. And Gervonta Davis, like he said, and now Floyd did come out and apologize. But I think it was just Floyd being Floyd. And like Gervonta said, he's petty. He's very petty. That's one thing about it. We talking about a man that has a lot of money and still want to box. A man that want to control the environment, want to control the conversation, and want to control the narrative of everything he does. All right, that is Floyd Mayweather. Now, is Floyd Mayweather jealous of Gervonta Davis? I don't think he is. I think he's proud of what the accomplishments he had, but I think he's kind of disappointed that Tank don't need him now. Tank is doing his own thing. And that is the problem with him. That is a problem with him, you know. So, but with that, you know, I mean, no, I don't think it was phony. I don't think he ain't playing us. I just think, yeah, you know, they both had time to think about it. And then, of course, when you have a cooler mind, a cooler head, you say, well, you know what, man, that was stupid. Why would I do that? You know, that was great. No, that was really stupid. Why would I do that? You know. So, and then that's what it is. Like Gervonta Davis said, listen, Floyd is petty, but man, I got to show him respect. All right, I got to show him love. You know, so that's Gervonta Davis because he does owe everything to Floyd Mayweather for getting him started. And also, AB came out and did an interview. I played it on my show there, where he pretty much said, "Hey, look, Tank, that's my guy. I brought him to Floyd, but we don't speak no more. We barely even speak at all. Now, what that come from? I think that's come from like, hey, listen, I'm going this way, you going that way. All right. Now we all grow up, and they are growing up also. See, boxers human too. Boxers are human just like we are, and so therefore. Now Gervonta Davis is growing up. He see what's important. You know, he got a baby now and everything, so he know he got responsibilities. And now he's trying to make the best and enjoy the fruit of his labor. And he's trying to make the biggest fight and the best fight he can. But once again, this fight is getting a lot of hype, but ain't no belts on the line. Now, is this the biggest fight in boxing? No, it's not. I think Earl Spence and Chance Crawford is still the biggest fight in boxing. But is this the best fight we getting right now? I think it is. I think all the hype, I think the fan bases that's different come together, and that's going to make this a big fight. All right. So that's all I had on it.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything you said. Except I do think that I don't think he kicked. I just want to see the all access. I don't know if Floyd kicked Tank out of the gym for real. Every time Tank got a fight coming up, him and Floyd fighting, they beefing and shit. I don't know, but we'll see how that go. I don't really care. I just, as long as the fight still happen and Tank Davis continue to move how he been moving in 2023, that's all I care about, bro. You gotta go see Devin after you get done with this Ryan shit, like you said you would. Devin got to come see you after he see Loma, like he said he would. Everybody just keep their word and let's get the fight. Cause I told I forgot who I told this, but Tank and Devin, they could win Fighter of the Year easy. They can win that shit easy if they keep their word and fight each other. After Devin get done with Loma and Tank get done with Ryan and Hector, the winner of that fight is Fighter of the Year. Like nobody else even need to apply for that shit. Like nobody else would even be close to being in their stratosphere what they would have did in 2023. And that's the type of shit that they need to fight for. I really hope that happens. But as far as him and Floyd meeting up at the fight, I just watched the video. It didn't look like they were dapping up. It looked like they kind of awkwardly ran into each other, and then Fight Hype trying to make it more than what it was. I suggest everybody go watch it for yourselves instead of just hearing what they say. But that's really all I got, man. I thought that the card was great last night. We got some big fights coming down this upcoming weekend. We got Anthony Joshua and Jermaine Franklin on the zone. We got Robeisy Ramirez and Isaac Dogby fighting for the featherweight title on ESPN Plus. Plus, you got Tiger Johnson, Abdullah Mason, Dante Benjamin, Jahad Tucker, Jeremiah Milton, Joet Gonzalez. That's a great card over on ESPN Plus this weekend. Also, Fernando Vargas' son, Emiliano Vargas, is back in action. It's a lot of really good fights this weekend. So, Austin Ammo Williams. Ammo Williams is on the he on the Anthony Joshua card. So it's a lot of good cards. It's a lot of good fights, man. That's coming down as we start April next month. So y'all be sure to catch that and tune in. For me, I'll be live tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I do have a debate tomorrow, so y'all come support your boy. I'm going in the ring and I'm going against Ben Israel. We gonna have he want to talk about Devin Haney. He want to talk about Jermell Charlo. So it's just gonna be an open debate, and the judges get to choose the third round. It's gonna be something spicy. It's gonna be something different. So y'all tune in tomorrow. Y'all know I'm putting in that work. tomorrow night. I know how we do, but I'll catch
Right
y'all
hook.
soon, man.
Right hook. What's going on, baby? In that super chat. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. He said, appreciate you guys. Hard work.
Thank
Very
you.
intelligent assessment of the fights. All right. I
Appreciate it, man.
that,
Yeah, we
bro.
working.
Yes,
We
sir.
working, man.
I appreciate it. All right. Yes, sir. And yes, I definitely will be live tomorrow. I will be live Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And yes, sir. Like I said last night, we have a fight. We have a fight next week, and I will be right there front and center calling it once again. So with that, we will be right here at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be right there on Knockout Boxing 86 TV a week from today. We will be doing the same thing we do it today, y'all.
Yeah,
Wow,
we
wow,
will.
wow.
Yeah, we will. Talking about these
So,
fights, man. You get all the good fights, man. I was looking at the schedule, man. You got to do this one, and then you get to do the show after the Tank fight, man. I'm like,
oh,
man,
yo,
God damn, this is
oh.
bullshit, man. OG got all the good shit. I get the Virgil fight though, so I ain't tripping. I get the Virgil fight.
Okay.
I get the Joe Joyce fight. I got the AJ fight this week, so I'm cool, man. But you got my boy, man. You better go to sleep early after that fight, man.
See,
You
I'm
better be
gonna
ready
go
to
this
talk some
week.
shit after Tank and Ryan, man. Don't do me like that. If you don't do nothing else, you gotta be ready for Tank and Ryan, man. We gotta talk about that shit.
Ben's Israel. What's going on, baby? You ready, man? Ben
Oh,
Israel,
there you
you
go.
ready?
There you go. Hey Ben, you been studying, bro? I'm ready to get it popping. Hey, I hope you ready tomorrow, man. I hope you been studying, man, because I'm ready. I'm ready to do something. You done messed up, man. You done messed up. But that's all I got, man. Y'all hit the like button. OG, I appreciate you, man. I catch you tomorrow when you're live, man.
All right. All right. I appreciate everybody that came in. I am KQKC Boxing Network, and we're with my man Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Right there where you can hit him up. That's his email and the Cash App. And that's my email on Instagram and Cash App. I thank everybody for coming in, and we'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace and love. We out of here.